Say Israel, it's your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To my Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. I want to say this about reparations. We don't deserve reparations. Our forefathers, they deserve reparations. Even though they sinned against God, even though he pronounced curses on them, they the one went through the hardship. They the one went through the lynchings. They went through the castration. They went through being pushed off the sidewalk. They went through being spit on. They couldn't even go to the schools that they wanted to go through. Our forefathers is the one who deserve reparations, family. They had to work from sun up to sundown. They the ones picked cotton. So when I look at our people talking about we need reparations, man, we don't deserve no reparations. If you can't come together broke, how you gonna come together with money? If you can't even work in the spirit of humility now, how you gonna do it when you get some money? Man, you ain't gonna be worrying about no coming together as no people. Man, you about to make it rain in a strip club. You about to buy you nice cars. Man, you finna get you a big old house and live good. You think you worried about being an individual now? Man, you really gonna be thinking as an individual if you get money. I don't want no money from these nations, man. You cannot pay for your crimes with money. It must be paid in blood. So while y'all want reparations, what you gonna do with the money? Cause you always talk about if I get reparations, if I get a lot of money, I'm gonna do this for the poor. You can do that now. I'm gonna help the elderly. You can do that now. Your time is better than money. When you see a poor man and he's sitting there hungry, you can't go into your wallet now. You have to wait till you get rich to do these things that you want to do. You can do it right now. So if you can't come together now, poor and broke and destitute, how you gonna do it if they give you reparations? If they gave everybody $5 million right now, do you really believe our people gonna come together, man? What they gonna build? They won't do it now. You ain't got no schools, you ain't got no hospitals, you don't have nothing for yourself that you can look back and say, look what we done. Your forefathers came out of slavery and built up Rosewood, built up Black Wall Street. All these communities that they built up coming out of slavery, they had their own banks, they had their own bus line, movie theaters, their own doctors and lawyers. So why you have to wait till you receive reparations, which you don't deserve? Your forefathers, they been through things you ain't never been through. You a spoiled generation. You spoiled, man. Let's be real. All y'all want to do is just complain about your problems, but you won't change your problems. Our forefathers changed their problems. Soon as them yokes got off them necks, they went to work. They build things together. They work together. They show love at each other with compassion and admiration, watching each other build and doing it together. So you gonna wait till reparations to do the things your forefathers did when they came out of slavery, and even though you still a slave today, you ain't trying to come together and work together? So all I'm saying is this: we don't deserve no reparations. I don't want your money, Gentile. I don't want nothing that you have, Gentile. You cannot pay for your crimes with a gift. Your crimes must be paid the same way our forefathers' crimes against God was paid, and that's by blood. Now, if y'all want reparations, I can't speak for you. I'm only speaking for K. Judah. I don't want to take no gift because a gift blinds the eyes. It perverts your path, your walk. You get reparations right now, you gonna forget about Yah. You gonna forget about Yahshua. A lot of y'all broke and destitute and you forget about him right now. A lot of y'all don't believe in him. So you know if you get money, man, a lot of y'all gonna fall out the truth. A lot of y'all gonna put this Bible down because you gonna have so much money, you trying to live deliciously before you die. So stop telling me what we deserve. Stop crying about reparations. Because we are making our forefathers look bad. Everything that they've been through, we don't got no humility. We don't look at all their hardships and humble ourselves down. You better go look in the mirror. You better change you. Change you, man. Change you as an individual. Everybody, change yourself so you can be better tomorrow. Stop trying to change people. Stop crying about what we going through. Stop talking about reparations. Stop talking about what you deserve. Justice and out, man. Look, turn back to your Yah. Turn back to your power. That's your only hope, man. Money would not fix your problem. Because you don't have an outer problem, you have an inner problem. Your spirit is not right. Get that right first before you try to worry about the outside. Because anybody can put a front on the outside. What about your inside? Your internal man and woman is damaged because of what your forefathers did been through, and it been trickled down to you. So all I'm saying is this, man. Wake up and smell the Folgers, which is the coffee, and look in the mirror and get you right. And I'm gonna get me right. And that brother gonna get him right. And that sister gonna get her right. And if we do that, then we can come together. You can't come together with no broken people. Everybody broken. Everybody broken. We all have been broken. Down to the smallest piece of seed. We have all been broken down to the smallest piece of seed, man. That's so small you can't even see it in your hand. That's how broken and destitute we are. So in order for it to grow, that little seed, what do we have to do? Look in the mirror and fix you and stop talking about what you deserve. We don't deserve nothing for our crimes. I ain't never seen a man rewarded for his crime. Well, the Gentile man, yeah, you get rewarded for your crimes, but I'm talking about my Negro folk. I'm talking about my Israelite brothers and sisters. I'm talking about my nation, because you all I'm concerned about. Wake up, man, and understand this, family. Our forefathers, they deserve the reparations. And even though you are their children, if you can't come together broke, how you gonna come together rich? And your brother K. Judah wanna say shalom.
In 1838, Georgetown University sold 272 people to Louisiana to save the university from bankruptcy.
Among those that were sold were my ancestors.
That university would not be here today had it not been for my grandparents.
That was a long time ago, but the effects of that are still felt today.
There are disproportionate negative outcomes for those who were descendants of slaves that can only be explained by the fact that this enslavement happened, reparation didn't happen, and now is the time.
In October, Georgetown University announced that they would raise $400,000 a year for the descendants of the 272 enslaved Americans that were sold to Louisiana. They said this money will be spent beginning in the fall of 2020.
My family might be making history in the United States.
I might become one of the first in the history of America to receive reparations.
Mechanicsville is the area that is heavily populated with Georgetown descendants, including myself, where I grew up. And Mechanicsville is less than a half a mile away from where the plantations were where our ancestors were enslaved. I mean, you had people on very low income. Sometimes they didn't have any income. Some of us have done well if we were able to get out and get an education, and a lot of us haven't, and they could, really use some assistance or help.
We may be the first that received some form of reparations for slavery.
I know.
It may start with you.
Well, I think it would be a wonderful thing. Start out with me, and let it continue on with everybody that who would be in need. There's so much I missed out on, but from the goodness of God, I'm still here. My mom, I will never forget, had one dress. She'd wash that dress out at night and hang it on the back of her chair to the fireplace to dry, to have it to put on the next day. And my mom, patches on top of patches.
So what do you think just maybe one thing you think that Georgetown should do?
Well, my house could be upgraded, for one thing.
In my community where I grew up, reparations would definitely help.
If I was given reparations, I would definitely set some of that money aside for my son's future.
My first thing is to get something for the elderly people.
I would feel that my ancestors are rejoicing in heaven.
It's $400,000.
For each family?
No. It's just $400,000 for over 7,000 people.
No, not much.
Do you think 400,000 come close to what we need as a people? So it's 400,000. Okay, so the descendants that's living now, you put that at how many? About 8,000?
It's about 8,000. It's
Okay.
probably more.
Equal $50. It's a slap in the face, not just a slap in the face, that's a kick in the behind also.
Georgetown University is currently deciding how this money will be spent, but said it will go towards projects that support descendant communities.
I think Georgetown has such an opportunity here to take the lead on this.
I don't think they should go bankrupt, but $400,000 is not going to do it.
Someone in authority at Georgetown needs to come down and actually meet with each descendant and see what each descendant needs.
We don't need to make white people wrong. We don't need to make Georgetown wrong. We need to ask ourselves, what do we need to do to ensure that all of Americans have full access to every right that it means to be an American?
Street.